Stop! That snack you're about to eat, that drink you love, could it be secretly killing your memory cells right now? Doctors warn 5 common foods are directly linked to faster cognitive decline and dementia. Are they in your kitchen? Keep watching. The truth might shock you. We invest so much in protecting our physical health, exercising, checkups, medications. But how much thought do we give to feeding our brain correctly? Or perhaps more importantly, avoiding the very foods that actively harm it? You might be experiencing more senior moments, frustrating brain fog, or a general feeling that your mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. While factors like age, genetics, sleep, and stress play a role, mounting scientific evidence points an undeniable finger at diet as a major player in brain aging and the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. You've probably heard general advice like, eat healthy, but today we're getting specific. We're naming names. We're exposing 5 major categories of common foods and ingredients that research strongly suggests act like enemies to your brain cells, accelerating memory loss and paving the path toward cognitive decline. This isn't about restriction, it's about awareness. Understanding what these foods are and how they inflict damage is the crucial first step to taking control and protecting your most vital organ. Let's uncover these hidden dangers lurking in plain sight. Our first major brain enemy? Sugary beverages and excessive added sugars. I'm talking about sodas, sweetened fruit juices, energy drinks, sports drinks, sweetened coffees and teas, and even hidden sugars in processed foods like sauces, cereals, and yogurts. Why are these so detrimental? When you consume high amounts of sugar, especially fructose, common in sugary drinks and processed foods, your blood sugar spikes dramatically. This triggers a surge of insulin. Over time, constant sugar overload can lead to insulin resistance, where your cells stop responding properly to insulin. Here's the scary part. Your brain relies heavily on glucose for energy, but it also needs insulin sensitivity to function correctly. Insulin resistance in the body is strongly linked to insulin resistance in the brain. In fact, Alzheimer's disease is sometimes referred to by researchers as type 3 diabetes because of this profound connection. Insulin resistance in the brain impairs communication between brain cells, promotes inflammation, and contributes to the buildup of amyloid plaques, sticky protein clumps characteristic of Alzheimer's. Furthermore, high sugar intake itself promotes inflammation throughout the body, including the brain. It generates damaging free radicals, oxidative stress, and can impair the function of the hippocampus, the brain's critical memory center. Studies have directly linked higher consumption of sugary drinks to poorer memory scores, reduced brain volume, and increased risk of dementia. Cutting back drastically on sugary drinks and hidden added sugars is perhaps one of the most impactful dietary changes you can make for your brain. Read labels carefully. Closely related to excess sugar is our second brain enemy: refined carbohydrates. These are carbs that have been stripped of most of their fiber and nutrients during processing. Think white bread, white rice, white pasta, pastries, cookies, cakes, most packaged breakfast cereals, and snack foods made with white flour. What's the problem? Like sugary drinks, refined carbs have a high glycemic index, GI. This means they are digested very quickly, causing rapid spikes and subsequent crashes in blood sugar and insulin levels. This roller coaster effect is stressful for the body and particularly harmful for the brain, contributing to inflammation and oxidative stress, just like direct sugar intake. Furthermore, diets high in refined carbs have been linked in studies to poorer memory function and an increased risk of dementia. The lack of fiber also negatively impacts your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract. A healthy gut microbiome is increasingly understood to be crucial for brain health via the gut-brain axis. Refined carbs tend to feed less beneficial gut bacteria, potentially leading to gut inflammation, which can then trigger brain inflammation. Swapping refined grains for whole grains like whole wheat bread, brown rice, oats, quinoa provides fiber, stabilizes blood sugar, nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, and delivers essential nutrients for brain function. It's a simple switch with profound benefits. Enemy number 3 is a particularly insidious one: artificial trans fats. While naturally occurring trans fats exist in small amounts in meat and dairy, the artificial trans fats created through an industrial process called hydrogenation are the real villains. You find them primarily in margarine, shortening, fried fast foods, microwave popcorn, non-dairy coffee creamers, and many packaged baked goods, crackers, and snacks. Look for the words partially hydrogenated oil on the ingredients list. That's your red flag. Why are they so bad for your brain? Trans fats are notorious for harming cardiovascular health by raising LDL bad cholesterol, lowering HDL good cholesterol, and promoting inflammation, all of which restrict blood flow, including crucial blood flow to the brain. Poor vascular health is a major contributor to cognitive decline and vascular dementia. But the damage doesn't stop there. Trans fats can directly harm brain structure and function. They get incorporated into brain cell membranes, making them stiffer and less functional, impairing communication between neurons. Studies have consistently linked higher trans fat intake to poorer memory performance, lower brain volume, actual brain shrinkage, and a significantly increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. The good news? Many countries and manufacturers are phasing out artificial trans fats. However, they still lurk in some products. Become a label detective and actively avoid anything containing partially hydrogenated oils. Opt for healthy fats, like those found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish instead. We're halfway through the list. Which of these first 3 brain enemies surprised you the most to learn about? Let me know in the comments below. Awareness is the first step to change. Our 4th brain enemy is a broad category encompassing many modern dietary staples, highly processed and ultra-processed foods. This includes things like packaged snacks, chips, pretzels, sugary cereals, ready-made meals, processed meats, deli meats, hot dogs, sausages, instant noodles, many fast foods, and sweets. What defines them is that they often contain very few whole food ingredients and instead rely on refined ingredients, added sugars, unhealthy fats, including sometimes hidden trans fats, high levels of sodium, and a cocktail of artificial additives, preservatives, emulsifiers, and flavorings. Why are these so problematic for your brain? It's often a combination effect. High sugar and refined carbs. As we discussed, these spike blood sugar and promote inflammation. Unhealthy fats. Many contain trans fats or excessive omega-6 fatty acids, further fueling inflammation. High sodium. Excessive sodium intake is linked to high blood pressure, which damages brain blood vessels. Artificial additives. While research is ongoing, concerns exist about the long-term impact of certain artificial sweeteners, colors, preservatives, and emulsifiers on gut health, and potentially brain inflammation via the gut-brain axis. Low nutrient density. They provide lots of calories but few essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber that the brain desperately needs to function optimally and protect itself. Studies consistently link diets high in ultra-processed foods to poorer cognitive performance, faster memory decline, and increased dementia risk. Shifting towards a diet based on whole, unprocessed foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, legumes, nuts, seeds, is fundamental for protecting your brain from this chemical onslaught. Cooking more meals at home gives you control over the ingredients. Finally, enemy number 5, excessive alcohol consumption. While occasional, moderate alcohol intake, like a small glass of red wine, might have some debated health aspects, heavy or chronic alcohol use is undeniably toxic to the brain. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. It can directly damage brain cells, particularly in areas crucial for memory and higher cognitive functions like the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. Chronic heavy drinking leads to brain shrinkage, loss of brain volume. It interferes with the absorption of essential B vitamins, especially thiamine, B1, deficiency of which can cause severe neurological damage and a specific type of dementia called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Furthermore, excessive alcohol use contributes to liver damage, poor nutrition, sleep disturbances, and increased risk of head injuries, all of which negatively impact brain health. Numerous studies link heavy alcohol consumption to a significantly increased risk of developing all types of dementia, both early onset and late onset. What constitutes excessive? Guidelines vary, but generally it means more than moderate drinking, which is typically defined as up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. Binge drinking, consuming many drinks in a short period, is particularly harmful. If alcohol consumption is a regular, heavy habit, reducing intake or quitting entirely is one of the most powerful actions you can take to protect your cognitive future. If you struggle with alcohol dependence, please seek professional help. Resources are available. This information could make a real difference to someone's long-term health. If you know anyone who might be consuming these brain-harming foods regularly, please consider sharing this video with them. A simple share could spark a life-changing dietary shift. Thank you. Let's quickly review the 5 common food enemies that can accelerate memory loss and increase dementia risk. 1. Sugary drinks and excess added sugar lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and damage memory centers. found in sodas, juices, sweets, and many processed items. 2. Refined carbohydrates cause blood sugar spikes, crashes, promote inflammation, and harm gut health. Includes white bread, pasta, pastries, sugary cereals. 3. Artificial trans fats damage blood vessels, impair brain cell function, significantly increase Alzheimer's risk. Look for partially hydrogenated oil in processed snacks, fried foods, margarine. 4. Highly processed foods, often a combination of high sugar, refined carbs, unhealthy fats, sodium, and additives while lacking nutrients. Includes ready meals, processed meats, packaged snacks. 5. Excessive alcohol consumption, directly toxic to brain cells, leads to brain shrinkage, vitamin deficiencies, and significantly raises dementia risk. Avoiding or drastically minimizing these 5 categories is a cornerstone of building a brain-protective diet. Learning about foods that can harm our brain might feel discouraging, but I want you to see it as empowering knowledge. You now have the awareness to identify these hidden dangers in your diet. This isn't about achieving perfection overnight or feeling guilty about past choices. It's about making conscious, informed decisions moving forward, one small step at a time. Focus on adding brain-boosting foods rather than just subtracting. Crowd out the unhealthy choices by filling your plate with vibrant vegetables, fruits, especially berries, whole grains, healthy fats from fish, nuts, seeds, and olive oil, and lean proteins. Cook more at home. Read labels diligently. Even small, consistent changes accumulate over time to create significant protection for your cognitive health. You have the power to nourish and defend your brain through the food you eat every single day. Choose wisely, fuel your mind, and invest in a sharper, healthier future. If you're committed to protecting your memory and learning more science-backed strategies for optimal brain health as you age, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We have so much more valuable information coming your way. In our very next video, we'll reveal a simple 5-minute daily brain workout routine specifically designed to fight memory loss. You won't want to miss these easy exercises. Thank you for watching. Eat smart, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.